Okay, welcome back to part 3. As we found out at the end of our last video, sometimes things don't always work out exactly how we intended. There was nothing wrong with my code. The issue was the picture. So I had to go ahead and find a new picture. I renamed it me.jpg, stuck it in the folder, and ta-da, there's my picture. All right, so we have changed our background color, we've changed our font color, we changed our font style, we centered our name, we added a picture, and we did some alternative text. And when I put my mouse over the picture, that alternative text should pop up, but that is not cooperating. But we did see from my little oops that it did work. Let's hyperlink. Hyperlinking is kind of fun. I'm going to take I Achieve Virtual Academy and I'm going to link it to Forsyth County Schools. The first thing I like to do is actually go get the URL. So http://www.forsyth, and mine just popped up for me. Because we're going to use a URL that's already out on the internet, I like to go get that first because I would never remember all these things that follow this right there. I'm going to copy it out of my address bar and I'm going to come back here to my code. Okay, I'm going to find where it says I Achieve Virtual Academy. I'm going to click in front of the I in Achieve because this is where I'm going to start my hyperlink. Open a widget. The tag for link is the letter A. And now, A all by itself does absolutely nothing. We actually have to have an attribute to go with it. The attribute is href. It stands for hypertext reference. So href equal, open my quotation mark, and I'm just going to simply paste. I'm doing a Control V off my keyboard. Here, I pasted in my link. I'm going to close my quotation mark, and I'm going to close my widget. All right, that starts my link. I got to tell it where to stop my link. I want to stop my link on the right side of Academy. So I have cursored over here and I'm going to widget, close A, close my widget, and I'm going to save. Now let's go over to our browser, refresh on the browser. I'm pressing my F5 key. And we now see that we have a hyperlink. The two default characteristics of a hyperlink is that it is royal blue and that it is underlined. You will notice that when I refresh, my link come in as purple. It's because I've already been to Forsyth County Schools website today. I was just there, so my browser's detecting it as a visited link, so it's purple. I need to test it, and the way I test it is I'm going to click on it, and it should open me up to Forsyth County Schools. There we go. And I've tested my link and it does work. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And it closed out my web page, so I do need to go get my web page again. Out of my IDT folder. Maybe, if it's going to open for me. There we go. Okay, so now we're back. And I don't know why it came in blue that time, but we'll go with it. All right, so that's how real easy how to add a link. And of course, we added a link to a what's known as an external website, one that exists out on the World Wide Web. When you do an external website, come on back over to my code. Okay, look at our value right here. An external website starts out with the communication protocol. In this case, I had to put the HTTP, and then I have to have a separator, which is the : followed by the full web address. And the full web address for Forsyth County Schools started out with www.forsyth.k12 all the way across. Okay, so that's how to do a link. I'm going to take and I'm going to separate my paragraph here, this paragraph from my list that I've got. Let me make some real estate here. I'm going to put what's known as a horizontal rule, or it's actually just a line that goes across the page. Horizontal rules are real easy to put in. I'm going to open up a widget right here. The tag for horizontal rule is H for horizontal, R for rule. Okay, just 2 letters. and it is one-sided. Okay, there's no separate horizontal rule to close tag, so I'm going to self-close it right there. Save. Let's go back over to our browser and refresh. Oops, sorry, wrong key. And you can see right there, it put a line all the way across the page. That's just a horizontal rule. We can do some characteristics or stylize into a horizontal rule. That's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to click in between the R and rule and my closed slash. Open up my style attribute, and I'm going to change my width from being 100% by default to a width of 50%. So width colon 50% semicolon and close my quotation mark. All right, to do 50%, I put in the 50. It's real important that you put the percent sign in there. Otherwise, the browser interprets it as 50 pixels, and there's a huge difference between pixels and percent. So I'm going to save, and I'm going to check it, F5, and you can see that by default it's centered, and that takes up 50% of my space. What you're seeing of my screen is a little bit off-centered because you don't get to see my full screen going across. Okay, but when you do it on yours, you will be able to see it's taken up 50%. All right, and we have just done everything we're going to do to this page right there. It's time to start a new page. File, new. We're at a brand new notepad. Okay, we're going to do a second page, and this one's going to be a little bit about our school day. All web pages start out the same. Okay, they're going to open Wicket. We're going to put our doc type HTML. We're going to start out with our HTML tag. We're going to enter a few times, make some real estate, close our HTML tag. We're going to put our head. We're going to put our title. This time our title is going to be my school day. Close title. Close head. And open up our body. And of course we're going to close our body because if we don't close it right now, we'll forget. Everything I just put in real fast, from body all the way to the top of the page, you could have simply copied and pasted off of the other web page that we just got done doing, and that would have been okay as well. On this page, let's see, we're going to open up, let's do an H2 tag. We did an H1 last time. That was the biggest text we could do. H2 is a little bit smaller. Remember, default text is going to be about an H4, so I'm going to do an H2 this time. And let's call this My School Day. Okay, H2, two-sided tag, so we're going to go ahead and close our H2 tag right there. Let's do a paragraph. Opened up my P tag, and let's see, Monday through Friday, August, sorry for the typo, through May, I spend 7 hours of my day and I spend my daytime at North Forsyth, so I'm going to put North Forsyth High School. And I'm done with my paragraph, so I'm going to go ahead and close my paragraph. Okay, let's do another paragraph, open up our P tag. Here is my schedule. Last time we did a list, we did an unordered list we did with the bullet points. I'm going to do an numbered list this time, and it'll list my 7 classes that I have every day. A numbered list is actually known as an ordered list, and that's how we're going to do the tag. It's O for ordered, L for list. Just like last time we were doing our list, it's a two-sided tag. I'm closing it so I don't forget, and then cursoring right back underneath my OL. The OL is going to tell the browser what kind of list we're doing, but it doesn't actually put anything on the web page yet. It is dependent upon that same list item tag that we used last time. So for all the things we're going to put in our ordered list right now, we are going to go ahead and use the LI tag. So I'm going to open up an LI, and I'm going to put my first period class. My first period is Advanced Web Design. Okay, I'm going to close my LI here. My second period, notice I'm not putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s, I'm just putting the LIs, is fundamentals of web design. My third period is IDT. Oops, sorry, I forgot the tag. I'm getting tired tonight. Okay, IDT. Close my LI tag. My fourth period is fashion marketing. Next, I have planning. And I have, oops, forgot to close a couple of LIs there with the slash. That would have, yes, caused us problems. So I'm going to go ahead and get that fixed. And I teach planning back to back. So I'm going to just do a quick copy and paste here and put my seventh period, which is IDT. So I'll just copy my IDT from up here. Very good. Okay, I'm going to close up my space a little bit right here. I've got all 7 of my classes. I've encased all my classes in LI tags. And I'm going to go ahead and save. File, save as, because remember this is a brand new file. We do want to make sure that we are in our IDT folder. Okay, I have my IDT folder right here at the end of my path. I'm going to save this as second.html and save. And let's get that opened up in the browser. So I'm back to my IDT folder here in Windows Explorer. I can see second right here. Double click it. And there's my page right there. Okay. Up here on my title bar, it does say my school day, which is what we had put between the title tags. I've got my school day. I have Monday through Friday, August through May. I spend 7 hours a day at North Forsyth High School. Here is my schedule. Oh, there's an error on my schedule. First of all, we see, okay, the numbers appeared, 1 through 8. I only have 7 periods during the day. So we're going to go figure out, we're going to debug, figure out what Mrs. Rush did wrong in her code. And I know right away what I did. Yeah, forgot to close my LI tag right here after advanced web design. Okay, HTML is great about showing us where our errors are. I knew right away when I looked at my schedule right here and I saw I had an empty 2. I don't have I shouldn't have an empty 2. That told me that I didn't properly close my LI up here after advanced web design. So now I need to save, come over here, refresh, F5. Oops, sorry. Get back over here. Wrong page. Okay, F5. There we go. And it's fixed. So now I've got my schedule right there. I'm going to come back here to my page. Let's do another paragraph. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. Enter a couple times after the OL tag, and mine's cutting off, but I want you to type a paragraph tag. My favorite part of the school day is lunch. I think we can all agree to that. And I put an exclamation point. Close my P tag, save it, and I'm going to refresh. F5, and there it is. Okay, so it should say my favorite part of the school day is lunch. All right, so now we have our second page. Nothing really pretty about it, but we're going to take care of the pretty in a little bit. Let's link our 2 pages together. So we need to be back on our code, and I want to go back to first.html. So let's open up first. Remember that when you go back in Notepad to your IDT folder, it's going to want to only look for text files. So go ahead and change your file from text file to all files, and then double click first to get that opened up. We're going to create what's known as a navigation bar, and I want to do that between the body and the H1. So I'm going to click after body right here, and I'm just going to make a little bit of space. And let's open up a paragraph tag, and let's type about me. was my first page, the introduction to me, and I'm going to do a vertical bar. The vertical bar is located right above your enter key on your keyboard. If you hold down your shift key, you'll get your vertical bar. And after that, let's type my day and then close our p tag. All right, now we're ready to link the two together. We're going to link a little bit different than what we did last time. When we linked to Forsyth County Schools, we went out onto the internet, we got the URL. This time we're going to do what's known as local links. We're just linking our two pages that we created that are saved in the IDT folder together. So I'm going to open up a widget. It's still the A tag, that hasn't changed. It's still href, that hasn't changed. But what has changed is the file names. I don't have to have the communication protocol. I don't have to have the separator, the colon // All I have to do is put first.html because that's the name of my file. I'll close my quotation mark, close my widget. On the other side of about me and before that vertical bar, I need to close my A. Okay. Now I'm going to repeat that with my day. So I clicked right in front of the M in my. I open up my A tag, href equal, and we saved my day as second.html. And after the word day, I need to close my A tag. Okay, let's save right there. And I want to refresh first in the browser. I still have it open, so let me check it. F5. Right up here at the top, you're going to see there's your navigation. If I click on My Day, it goes to that second page we made. Now, you notice that there's no navigation on that page. We actually have to click on our back button right here to get back to our first page. Okay, so that worked. And if I click on About Me, it looks like nothing happens, but it actually reloads first.html. Now that I have that typed in and I've checked it, I'm going to select that, our navigation bar right there. I'm going to select it. I'm going to copy it. And I'm using a keyboard shortcut, which is Control-C. You could have also come up here to edit and copied. It would have done the same thing. And now we need to open up second.html. Open. Text file to all files and find second. Very good. After body, we're going to click a couple times, make some real estate. We're going to paste. I did a keyboard shortcut, Control V for Victor, but you could also come up here to edit and paste. Okay, and let's go ahead and save. And back to our browser, back to My Day and refresh, F5. And now we've got our navigation up here. If I click on About Me, it goes back to my About Me page. If I click on My Day, it's back to my Day. And you can just keep going back and forth between your two pages. And you've just created some local navigation. All right, let's, I want to go back to second.html up here. And we're going to do just a little bit of styling. I like my two pages. Oops, I got them both open in the same browser. Oh, My Day. Okay. I like them to look the same because they're all part of the same website. So we should have the same font, the same text color, the same background color. And I'm going to be really lazy right here. I'm going to come to open up first. And I'm going to take this whole body tag right here and just copy it. Now I can go back to second. And where I've got body, I'm just gonna select it and then paste. And now I've got the background color, I've got the font color, I've got the font family right there. So I just need to save and check it. Okay, web pages are a constant series of save, check, save, check. I like to check constantly as I'm going along because it's so much easier to find your mistakes a little bit at a time rather than waiting till you get done. Okay, so we've got our background there. We've got our navigation in. Let's see, what do we want to do next? My day, my school day, is right now it's at the left. It would look so much better if we put it in the middle. So let's go into our H2 tag. And we're going to add style equal. Remember when we did that text align on our name last time? Well, let's text align to the center right here. So I've got style equal, open quotation, text hyphen align, colon, center, semicolon, and then a quotation. And save, and what do we do next? You got it, we check it, F5. And we got my school days now in the middle, so we're good right there. Okay. Now, we're going to do just a couple more things and then I'm going to be done with this lesson. I want to show you how to add emphasis and how to add some bold, or we call it strong. Let's see here. I need to get my final paragraph up on so that you guys can see it. So I'm just closing up some space. You don't need to close up this space, okay? I just needed to get this paragraph so you could see what I was doing. We're going to add some emphasis to favorite. The tag to do italics is EM. It stands for emphasis, just EM. And then I want my emphasis to stop after favorite. So I'm going to just click after favorite. I'll do a slash EM, save, and you got it. We got to go check it, make sure it works right. So F5, and you can see right here, favorite kind of looks italicized. There is a separate tag for italics, but emphasis is better for the screen readers because they know how to emphasize something where a screen reader doesn't really know how to italicize something. The same thing with bold versus strong. We're going to use strong. And the favorite part of our day is lunch, so we're going to pick the word lunch to add strong to. So I clicked in front of the L, and I'm going to open up a widget, and my tag is just simply the word strong. And I want this to stop being strong after the word lunch. So after lunch, I open up my widget slash strong, and I'm going to save it because you know we got to check it. And F5, and you can see that when I refresh right here, lunch just got a little bit darker. It's bolded. It's known as strong. Another thing you might have noticed, remember, because I went through and I took out all those spaces simply because I wanted to bring up my last paragraph on my recorder program here, it didn't change anything about my web page. Those enters that we had put in earlier are simply for the person reading the code. In this case, for me, the teacher who has to check your code, it makes it easier to read. Browsers ignore enters. Okay, so to the browser, it really doesn't matter, but it just makes it easier, cleaner code to read. And that concludes my basic lesson on HTML. Have a great day.